to be loved. I have a need for love and connection. I have needs to be loved and cherished. And I am just recognizing more and more that as much as I have a need to be loved, I also have standards. I have standards and expectations for how I am to be treated by romantic interests and partners and lovers. I'm just recognizing more and more that it is okay to have standards, and it is good to have standards, because I've decided that my standards do not impede or hinder my ability to get the love that I need. I'm recognizing instead that my standards, my boundaries, are what set me up to receive the love that I truly need and that I truly desire. I'm just getting more and more comfortable coming into my physical body more and more, settling, getting grounded in this physical vessel, and communicating to myself that it is safe to say no to people. It is safe to decide that I no longer want a particular romantic interest. It is okay to lose interest. It is okay to recognize incompatibility. I've decided that my need for love and relationships is no longer an excuse to allow my emotional needs to be neglected. And I'm just realizing more and more that I'm choosing too. As much as I look forward to being chosen and cherished and loved in the perfect relationship, I am also choosing. I'm no longer approaching relationships trying to avoid rejection or trying to convince someone to choose me, because I'm choosing too, meaning my perspective, what I need, what I want, what I desire, how I want to feel, and how I want to be treated are all things that go into determining whether or not I want to pursue a romantic connection. I'm no longer trying to be chosen. I recognize that I am choosing. I am choosing the romantic partner that suits me best. I am no longer focused on trying to be or become the person that suits someone else. And I'll admit that this feels a little counterintuitive. And that's okay. Because as a natural consequence of my upbringing, as a natural consequence of my childhood experience, I developed this behavioral pattern of seeking to be chosen at all costs. I developed this behavioral pattern of trying to please everyone. I developed this behavioral pattern of assuming that people won't want to meet my emotional needs and that they'll abandon me for asking more of them. I developed this behavioral pattern of trying to prove that I am worthy of someone's love. I developed this behavioral pattern of trying to convince people to love me. I developed this behavioral pattern of begging people to love me. I had developed this behavioral pattern of accepting romantic partners that don't recognize my value or treat me how I should be treated. I had developed this behavioral pattern of being so hyper-focused on the end goal of being in the desired relationship, of creating the dream relationship, that I was willing to neglect myself, that I have been willing to settle. I have been willing to sacrifice getting my needs met in order to get to that end goal. And I just forgive myself. I forgive myself for neglecting me. I forgive myself for ignoring all of the red flags. I forgive myself for this pattern, and I release it now. I forgive myself, and I am just winding down on that chapter of my life. I am winding down the momentum of that behavioral pattern right here and right now. And I'm allowing my inner being to guide me in my thoughts, my focus, and my attention as I build new neural pathways in my brain, as I establish and strengthen a better feeling definition of love and dating. I'm tuning into the vibration of observation and discernment, meaning I'm no longer putting my eggs in one basket. I'm no longer willing to settle down with the first option that is presented to me. I'm no longer willing to force the only options that I see to be the right options for me. I'm just shifting my behavior. I'm just shifting the way that I perceive the world. And I'm recognizing that settling down is a big decision. Committing to one person for life is a big decision. So I'm going to give myself a moment. I'm learning to give myself time before I get super emotionally invested in particular people or situations. I'm learning to give myself time so I can make an informed decision on if I want to invest in a romantic partner based on whether or not my needs are getting met. I'm just approaching relationships in a new, better feeling way. I'm approaching relationships first and foremost thinking about my needs. And I have several needs. I have emotional, mental, physical, psychological, and spiritual needs. And I've decided that that's okay. I've decided that being needy isn't a bad thing. I've decided that I'm not a burden for having needs. I've decided that being in my life is a privilege and a blessing, and that I deserve to receive blessings and love and care equivalent or greater to what I provide. I've decided that having needs is okay, because I can't live an emotionally fulfilled life or have an emotionally fulfilled relationship if my needs are not being met, if my needs are not being fulfilled. So I've decided that I am now willing to allow my needs to be fulfilled. Consequently, I've decided that I am now unwilling to entertain circumstances that aren't offering me fulfillment. I have a need for physical attraction and sexual chemistry, and that's okay. I have a need for emotional intimacy and closeness, and that's okay. I have needs for intimacy, vulnerability, for transparency, for honesty, and for emotional maturity. This just means that I have needs for a certain level of interpersonal skill. And I'm just allowing myself to be okay with that. Every potential partner isn't going to be compatible with the needs that I have. Every person on earth isn't going to be compatible with what I need to be emotionally fulfilled in a relationship, and that's okay. I'm just getting more and more comfortable letting romantic interests go when they are not meeting every single one of my needs. I am just getting more and more comfortable releasing romantic interests that are incompatible with me and what I need. I'm just closing out that chapter of life, closing out that old, unhelpful way of experiencing life and love, releasing that behavioral momentum of trying hard to make relationships work, releasing that behavior. That behavior is just leaving me now. Giving that behavior, giving that energy, giving that vibration permission to leave me, mind, body, and soul. On a cellular level, that behavior is just leaving me now. Releasing that back to the past. Releasing that behavior of trying to change incompatible relationships into something that is compatible. Because I recognize that there are billions of people in this world. And that means that there are more than enough opportunities for me to find a better fit. There are more than enough opportunities for me to find a better feeling relationship. There are more than enough opportunities for me to find a better feeling romantic partner. And every single time I connect with someone who is incompatible and I hold on to that relationship, I am not open to receiving a compatible partner. And I'll acknowledge that sometimes incompatibility feels like rejection. And that's okay. I'm getting more comfortable with rejection because I know that I'm worthy of love. I know that my worthiness is something within me that cannot be changed or altered. So I've decided that I'm okay with being rejected. I'm okay with being disliked. I'm okay with not being somebody's preference because there's someone somewhere out there in the world that wants me exactly as I am. There's someone somewhere out there in the world that is ready for me right here and right now. And so I'm just tapping further into that vibration. I'm tapping further into the vibration of receiving love now. I'm tapping further into the vibration of being loved now. I'm tapping further into the vibration of compatible partnerships. I'm tapping further into the vibration of compatible relationships. I'm allowing myself to become the person who exclusively participates in compatible relationships. I am just now the person who exclusively participates in compatible relationships. And so that means that I allow all of the relationships that are incompatible to leave me now. Mind, body, and soul. Throughout all time and space, I allow those incompatible relationships, I allow those incompatible energies to just leave me. I release the past back to the past, and I allow my inner being to guide my thoughts, focus, and attention to the vibration of compatible partners, compatible lovers, and compatible romantic interests. More and more every single day, I just allow myself to rendezvous with better feeling romantic options. I just allow myself to have better and better feeling romantic experiences. Allowing that old cycle to be closed out. That old cycle is officially done. It's never coming back. And just settling into this new cycle, settling into this new way of living life, settling into this new life experience where I acknowledge that I have a need for love and relationships. And this need for love and relationships is never an excuse to neglect myself emotionally. Settling into this new chapter where getting my emotional needs met in relationships is now my number one priority. Getting the needs of my mind, body, and soul met in relationships is now my number one priority. My actions, my thoughts, and my words are now just all in alignment with the person who prioritizes getting their emotional, mental, physical, psychological, and spiritual needs met in a relationship. Because that is the person, the version of me that has the perfect relationship. The version of me with the dream relationship prioritizes getting their needs met. The version of me in the dream relationship is someone whose needs are taken seriously and prioritized. And it's just getting easier and easier for me to embody that version of myself. It's just getting easier and easier to embody the version of myself that is in the perfect love relationship. And I'm just letting myself know that it is safe to be a magnet to an amazing partner. It is safe to have a new experience in love. I don't know what exactly this will look like, and that's okay. I don't know exactly what it feels like to have this experience, and that makes me a little scared, and that's okay. This is a new experience and I'm scared. And that's okay. It's okay to be scared. Anyone would be scared like I am. And I've decided that I'm willing to have the new experience with my fear. I've decided that I'm willing to do this thing scared. I have no idea how I'll meet this romantic partner. I have no idea who this romantic partner will be, and that makes me feel uncomfortable. Not knowing who or how makes me feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. I'm just getting more comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm getting more comfortable trusting in what I know to be true and leaving the rest. And what I know to be true is that God hasn't forgotten about me. What I know to be true is that the perfect partner is already in my vortex. What I know to be true is that the law of attraction is real and always working in my favor. What I know to be true is that everything I want wants me. What I know to be true is that I've come here to enjoy life. What I know to be true is that I am creating my reality. And even though I don't know every other part of the equation, I'm still giving myself permission to feel good about this. I'm giving myself permission to feel hopeful and optimistic about love. I'm giving myself permission to trust that the right partner, the partner of my desire, and I are actively moving towards each other. Right here and right now, the partner of my desire and I are actively moving towards each other. We are magnetized to one another, strong, irresistible magnets that must connect. And as I get more and more used to tapping into this energy, I just become more and more open to a higher, better feeling vibration of love. I am just becoming more and more open and tapped into the feeling of an amazing love story. I'm tapping into the vibration of a love story where I'm treated with respect and my needs are getting met throughout the entire process. I'm tuning into the vibration of a love story that is more enjoyable. I'm tuning into the vibration of a love story where two people come together and are ready to connect from the beginning. I'm tapping into the vibration of a love that feels like ease. I am tapping into the vibration of a love that feels like two people coming together serendipitously at the right place and the right time in their lives. I am tapping into the vibration of love that feels like two people that are compatible, who feel like they were made to love one another. I am just tapping further and further into the vibration of a romantic partner that accepts me as I am right here and right now. Tapping into the vibration of a partner who loves me as I am, tapping into the vibration of a partner who understands me, tapping into the vibration of a partner who wants to love me, a partner who is intrinsically motivated to meet my needs, a partner who derives joy and pleasure from meeting my needs and satisfying me, a partner willing to meet all of my needs, mind, body, and soul from the moment we meet. A partner who wants what I want out of life. A partner whose values and beliefs are compatible with my own. A partner who is emotionally mature. A partner who I am compatible with, mind, body, and soul. Thank you so much for listening. If this helped you, if it shifted something within you, if it brought something into your awareness that wasn't there before, please be sure to comment down below, send me emails, send me DMs. I love to receive your feedback. If certain things came up while you were listening that you want to work through and you don't know how to work through, if you're ready to tap further into the vibration of an amazing love relationship, if you're ready to have an even easier time embodying the version of you that has that perfect relationship, if you're ready to develop the interpersonal skills to be able to have that amazing relationship, then I've got a really awesome course for you. And it's called the Elevate into a New Circumstance course. You can learn more about it if you feel called to join, if it feels good with you, if it resonates with you. I'd love to have you. The link is in the description box down below. Don't forget to like this video, share this video with somebody who needs it, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Oh, also subscribe. Bye.